I'm finna react to a rap artist named David.
David, okay.
You never heard of David?
Never.
But David made a song about how he did what's going on right now.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Let's go.
After months of secrecy, prosecutors have just revealed brand new, never before seen, never before heard alleged details in the horrific killing and disposal of a child's body in the David case. Alleged ongoing sexual abuse of a child, a vicious stabbing, a grisly alleged dismemberment with a chainsaw.
Oh my God.
The allegations against singer-songwriter David are on full display in this new court filing, providing graphic new details about what LA prosecutors claim he allegedly did to this 14-year-old girl and why. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber.
Oh, okay.
Real quick, before we go any further, I gotta tell you about our partner, Upside, okay? Upside is this app that gets you cash back. Pay like normal with your card, you verify the purchase, they earn an average 5 cents, but has had a spectacular fall from grace. Months after 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez was found dead, her mutilated body reportedly found in David's Tesla at a Hollywood tow yard. Prosecutors have now charged David with first-degree murder, continuous sexual abuse of a child under 14, and unlawful mutilation of human remains. He's entered a not guilty plea. It's important to remember that he is innocent until proven guilty. I say that especially because it can be very hard to remember when we're about to get into these disturbing new alleged details that were revealed by prosecutors. And this is big because there has been so much secrecy to this case. I mean, remember, we just saw the autopsy report last week after it was sealed. In fact, we actually thought that we would have to wait for a preliminary hearing to learn any new detail.
This is gruesome. So if you got,
Jesus Christ,
a soft stomach or something like that, switch it up, don't watch it.
In this case, the preliminary hearing, of course, is where prosecutors tried to present sufficient evidence to say, hey, look, we have enough evidence to move this case forward towards trial. And during an arraignment last week, his attorneys told the judge they wanted to get to that preliminary hearing right away.
Counsel, on behalf of your client, do you waive formal reading of the complaint, advisement of rights, including armed forces and veterans' rights, enter a plea of not guilty, denying any and all special allegations, enhancements, and priors?
Yes, Your Honor.
And requesting a preliminary hearing.
We believe that Mr. Burke is entitled at the earliest opportunity to an open preliminary hearing and the proceedings not be done in secret. So we are asking for a preliminary.
Could you represent somebody that you knew did it?
Nope. I can't. Because how I'm supposed to just lie? I'm just going to be lying.
You're not lying. You really believe that your client is innocent.
I know he did it, though. You just said that I know did it.
Yeah.
No.
Especially something like this, I couldn't do it. If you got caught with some drugs, bro, them wasn't your drugs. I got you.
Hearing to be set at the earliest possible date on the 10th day. Your Honor, we believe the actual evidence will show David Burke did not murder Celeste Rivas Hernandez, nor was he the cause of her death.
She can't even say that. She can't even say that without stuttering.
She know he did it.
She know he did it. She can't even
to be able to have the evidence come into the light of day at the earliest opportunity in order to establish that.
And that was seemingly to put the prosecutor's feet to the full sexual relationship. More importantly, for the prosecution's case, what evidence they have to prove that. And that's what I want to get into. So according to investigators, Celeste was last seen or heard from on April 23rd, 2025, when David, according to prosecutors, sent a rideshare car to pick her up from her hometown of Lake Elsinore and bring her back to the home that he was apparently renting in the Hollywood Hills, a trip of more than 80 miles. Prosecutors claim she was exchanging messages with David during this ride, and then she apparently never uses the phone again. Celeste's dismembered body was found months later on September 8th in a Tesla Model X, allegedly registered to David. And according to this filing, the car had been parked on the street just 400 feet from where David was staying, and then it was towed. The manager at the tow yard reported a horrific smell, flies around the front trunk, and that's when authorities discovered Celeste's body. According to this document, it's called the People's Brief regarding preliminary hearing evidence, quote, surveillance video and other evidence confirm defendant, meaning David, was the last person to drive the vehicle on July 29th, 2025 before he left Los Angeles on a concert tour. So that's about, what, a month or so before the car was towed and the body was found. It's not clear if anyone else actually moved the car or had any knowledge of what was reportedly inside. I want you to keep that in mind. We're going to talk about it later. There's something in the filing that I thought was really interesting. But it goes on to say, quote, at the tow yard, LAPD detectives opened the Tesla's front storage compartment and observed a black cadaver bag covered in insects. Inside the bag, they discovered a severely decomposed head and torso. A plastic garbage bag beneath the black cadaver bag contained the dismembered arms and legs. However, the victim's ring and pinky fingers on her left hand had been amputated and were not found in the Tesla. On September 16, 2025, the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner's Department positively identified the body from dental records as belonging to the victim. But this is the part that's new, okay? The filing claims that LAPD robbery homicide detectives determined that Celeste and David met in January of 2022 when she was just 11 years old.
Oh my God.
That he allegedly began a sexual...
Look, if you got girls, and see, this is what I be trying to tell my daughters, right? I need to, like, send me a picture of this nigga ID. I need to see this nigga face, like, and like, for some reason, kids these days don't want parents in their business way more than we did. You know what I'm saying? Like, as boys, we wanted to meet, you know what I'm saying, your parents. Not more or less your daddy. We didn't really give a damn about your daddy because he was going to do too much. But your mama, we meet your mother, you know what I'm saying? But you used to couldn't take a girl out until you met her parents. These days, these girls don't care. They just want to keep everything a secret. And like, imagine if this your daughter and you don't even know that she talking to this nigga.
11 years old.
Right. We got a 12-year-old.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
So that's what I'm saying.
What the
you gotta be in these kids' business. It's crazy. She was talking to this nigga and she was 11.
When she was 13, David was 18. And the court paperwork revealed that investigators have been looking into David for quite some time. The filing says, detectives learned the victim had been reported missing to the Riverside County Sheriff's Department by her family who live in Lake Elsinore in February and April 2024. RCSD telephonically contacted defendant on February 17, 2024 after they identified a phone number in the victim's phone records that belonged to him. During the call, defendant claimed he had spoken to the victim last on February 13th or 14th, 2024, but stated he was unaware she was a minor or that she had been reported missing. RCSD advised him that Los Angeles Sheriff's Department deputies would be coming to his home. On that day, defendant was living at 804 North Doheny Place in West Hollywood. RCSD requested that LASD conduct a welfare check at defendant's home. LASD deputies went to defendant's home that night at 8:15 p.m. and informed him the victim was a 13-year-old runaway. Defendant again claimed he was unaware she was a minor and he had only met the victim once in person in November of 2023. However, defendant showed deputies a yearbook photo of the victim he had on his cell phone. Although he claimed to be unaware of where the victim was at the time, she returned home 2 days later. By the way, you're seeing how in-depth this investigation was.
So as soon as he got questioned,
kind of gives us an idea of why it took so long for there to be an arrest and for these charges and for the evidence to develop. But remember, prosecutors claim he killed her to keep her quiet about their supposed relationship, to not have her expose him to ruin his career. Just keep that in mind. So the filing continues, quote, despite being informed by law enforcement the victim was only 13, defendant continued to pursue her. After the victim returned home in February 2024, her parents took her cell phone away. Defendant drove to Lake Elsinore and paid a junior high school student in the victim's class $1,000 to give the victim a cell phone defendant purchased so they could stay in contact. Throughout 2024, the victim spent a significant amount of time with defendant, including summer weekends at his home in the Hollywood Hills and traveling with him to Las Vegas, London, and...
Where your mama think you at?
How?
At
Is
12?
your 13, 12, 11-year-old daughter away for weekends?
The weekends.
Like, what's she telling you she going?
And I don't know where you at.
What's she telling you she going?
Oh, man. Jesus Christ.
Access to his family.
He's a predator.
Travel records. records, right? I'm thinking how in-depth this investigation was. And by the way, this is the first time we're
he
hearing just how often Celeste was with, or allegedly was with, this much older man. And it really speaks to how many people were potentially aware that he was maybe in this relationship with a younger girl, right? Members of online forums that David and Celeste were reportedly part of have said they didn't know Celeste was so young, thinking she was David's age. But if she was traveling with him to different places and meeting these people in the circle, did none of them suspect that something was maybe amiss here? I mean, again, assuming these allegations are true. You go back to the filing, quote, text exchanges between the victim and defendant contain references to sex, pregnancy, abortion, and use of the Plan B emergency contraceptive.
Oh, wow.
There are also explicit photographs documenting and corroborating their sexual relationship. In November 2024, defendant and the victim broke up, although they continued to communicate, and text messages suggest they also continued to have sexual relations. See, that's the kind of alleged evidence that is incredibly compelling. What separates this from other cases of, let's say, a he said, she said, right? That's the kind of alleged evidence that supports the sex charge, but goes to the special circumstances of killing a witness, right? Remember, to support the special circumstances allegations, which you would get life in prison without the possibility of parole for the murder charge or the death penalty, allegedly killing her because she's a witness to this, or allegedly killing her to silence her. It's evidence of this purported sexual relationship that's really problematic, or potentially really problematic for David. And by the way, I have to tell you, this just came out at the time of this recording. So the death certificate for Celeste, and this is per reporting from TMZ, there's a change. It used to say that she was not pregnant. Now it's saying that section is marked U for unknown. So what is this suggesting? That it was possible she could have been pregnant?
Wow.
I think that's why. I really do think that's why he killed her.
He killed her because she was pregnant. He found out. And he knew he couldn't have no baby with no minor.
That's why he was talking about the Plan Bs with
mothers. Oh.
It would have blew his shit up.
Oh my God.
It's bad.
April 23rd, 2025 is the likely date of the victim's death and when all her cellular activity
I just want to
The night prior, April 22nd, 2025, defendant and the victim engaged in a lengthy argument described in detail in their text messages. The messages reveal the victim's jealousy over defendant's relationships with other women, as defendant led her to believe they had a future together. She became extremely upset and threatened to disclose damaging information about her relationship with defendant to end his career and destroy his life. Defendant's first studio album was due to be released on April 25th, 2025, so 2 days later. He had an emerging multi-million-dollar career already in progress. He also had multiple product endorsements which were highly profitable. I mean, to give you an idea about what was at stake and what the prosecution may use at trial or a preliminary hearing, I mean, we told you in an episode yesterday that after David was arrested on murder and mutilation charges, the video game Fortnite announced it was going to refund players who made David-related purchases in the game, saying in a statement, we hear the concerns, we have a bunch of...
So this is what surprised me. I didn't hear of anything David until he got suspected of killing this young lady, right? This nigga had Fortnite skins and stuff.
Skins? What's that?
That's like clothes.
Oh.
Yeah, and like accessories. That's what. Yeah, that's what I would be spending on Roblox. But yeah, on Fortnite, it's, you know what I'm saying, it's the same thing. But the dude, my point is, nigga was popular. Like, his music was going crazy. He was making millions of dollars in endorsements and shit like that.
Wow.
Never heard him.
Never.
I'm going to let you hear the song after this. Y'all go look up the song. I don't know what the song called. It's something like Bloody Fury or something like that.
Changes were rolling out over time. The first one will be available on Tuesday, April 28th, when anyone who purchased one of these items will be able to get an immediate self-service refund. And right now, players who request refunds for David Cosmetics via player support can be refunded. And according to reporting from the Houston Chronicle, David's song, Locked and Loaded, became the game's first official theme song in 2025. Now he's being canceled across the board.
See what I'm saying?
Companies like Universal Music Group working to remove the songs that he apparently did in collaboration with their artists from streaming platforms. And I say all that because, again, think about what was going on in his life. Think about the height of his career at that time. I have to imagine the prosecutors are going to use this to establish the narrative that he couldn't let Celeste expose.
I'm sorry, I keep stopping it. But he looked different in every picture, don't he?
Yeah, he does. Like, he don't look the same.
He give multi-personality. You know what I'm saying? In the physical form, like, bro, you look totally different.
Right? Again, these are just allegations. This is the prosecution's narrative, but you see where they're going. So investigators contend that April 23rd was when Celeste was killed, soon after arriving at that house in the Hollywood Hills. Quote, at approximately 8:40 p.m. on April 23rd, 2025, defendant sent an Uber to transport the victim from her Lake Elsinore home to his residence. They communicated before and during her Uber ride, which dropped her off at defendant's Hollywood Hills home around 10:10 p.m. At approximately 10:30 p.m., defendant sent text messages to the victim inquiring where she was. The people contend this was part of defendant's premeditated plan to cover up the murder, as she was already dead by this time. If that's true, that is a quick turnaround from when she arrived to when she was killed, right? And that goes to that premeditation aspect, lying in wait. Quote, knowing he had to silence the victim before she ruined his music career as she had threatened, very soon after her arrival at his home, defendant stabbed the victim to death multiple times and stood by while she bled out. At no time did he call law enforcement or 911 or take her to an emergency room to attempt to save her life. Despite knowing she was dead and her family was trying to find her, the evidence will show defendant lied and claimed he didn't know where she was. In fact, defendant drove to Santa Barbara County. This is something we've always talked about before. Drove to Santa Barbara County immediately after the victim died, attempting to dispose of her property and destroy evidence. At approximately 11:30 p.m. on April 23rd, 2025, he drove away from his home as he texted and called the victim's phone asking where she was. Again, these were acts calculated and planned to set up his defense within a very short timeline after the victim's vicious murder. Defendant drove his Tesla north on the 101 freeway to San Marcos Pass Road, SR 154, near Lake Cachuma in Santa Barbara County. He returned home.
You know what? A lot of you niggas don't realize that shit dead.
What?
You can't have your phone on you and be texting the person that you just murdered, leaving where you leaving evidence to say where you at, where you going.
Stupid.
You need the blanket over there if you need
How
to.
you know?
Because you
keep moving.
Yeah,
I just keep.
Yeah, it's just
okay. It's stupid. Like you
if
just
you can cut it back up to 75. Cut the herb to 75.
Just stupid.
But yeah.
Early the following morning on April 24th, 2025, before going to a radio interview for the release of his album that week, he sent 2 additional texts to the victim's phone that day, which obviously went unanswered because she was already dead.
Exactly.
After April 26, 2025, defendant never attempted to contact her again. And if that's true, that would be strange, right? Because if that's the case and he had no idea what happened to her, wouldn't he be desperately trying to get a hold of her?
Exactly.
That's an argument that would be put forward by prosecutors. And then the filing gets into the incredibly disturbing details of how David allegedly cut Celeste's body into pieces. Quote, tellingly, defendant subsequently purchased tools to carry out his plot to dismember or dispose of the victim's body.
This is where it get crazy.
On April 24, 2025, defendant ordered a shovel from Home Depot that was delivered to his home from Postmates. On May 1st, 2025, defendant ordered and subsequently Amazon delivered 2 chainsaws to his home. On May 5th, 2025, defendant ordered and Amazon subsequently delivered a body bag, heavy-duty laundry bags, and a blue inflatable pool to his home. He made these purchases under the...
Sir,
if I'm the family, I feel like I got a lawsuit with Amazon.
How?
If somebody orders 2 chainsaws and a body bag, anybody that orders a body bag from Amazon should like,
what's going on?
Red flag.
Red
flag should go up.
Yes.
How can Amazon even sell body bags? Like, you should have to put a police ID number in or something if you're going to be selling body bags. Who knew you could get a body bag off of Amazon?
I had no idea.
This really makes me want to know about this nigga's upbringing.
Oh.
Like, where's your mama at, bro?
Yeah. You ain't got a care in the
Flat
world.
out.
Like, he has no regard
Like,
for
if you knew
anybody's
your
life.
father, like, where your father at, brother?
Mess with this damn baby.
Like, how you, like, what, like, how did you grow up to where, like, you this
violent.
Like, violent and, like,
Because,
just,
like, you violent.
you have no care for human life at all.
None. No.
You living life with no rules. Like,
Yeah.
you don't care. You ordering body bags and chainsaws from Amazon.
And then, first of all, he ordered 2 of them. Why you ordered 2 of them? Who helped you?
Just in case one break, I guess.
I guess.
I don't know. Somebody helped him though. That's another thing. You right. Somebody helped him. He didn't do all this by himself.
This is some crazy shit.
Which means either somebody shutting up or it's another dead body.
He killed them too, huh?
Like, let me say this. All of this stuff that's around her name, some of y'all got to be family.
Oh, yeah.
Where was y'all at, bro?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, nobody knew. Like, it wasn't no cousin she was talking to that said she was messing with this older man.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't, like, this many people couldn't have knew her if she was doing all of this.
Right.
I feel like one of these people that's in this thing would have stopped.
Yeah, somebody knew something.
Would have stopped her.
Yeah.
First of all, you're not gonna be able to rent that home or sell that home to nobody. Nobody's buying that house. They like this case so big. I'm sorry, but if you want to sell it to Ann Williams Properties, we'll purchase it for the low price. If you got a low, then we fucking with you. But I'm not going to use all Jesse footage. If you want to see the rest of this, go to Jesse. I'll link the whole link to this below.
Wow.
Me and Wifey going to finish watching it, but I don't want to steal all Jesse sauce like that. You know what I'm saying?
This is crazy, though.
I want to leave some meat on the bone for Jesse. So go to Jesse. We gonna be here more frequently. You know what I'm saying? Sorry for the hiatus, but like I said, next video we explain everything that's been going on and what we've been doing.
All right, we'll let y'all in.
Yeah. If you really want to know what's on, everything is on Patreon.
Yes,
so
always.
The move is on Patreon.
Mr.
Everything
Mrs.
is
Max.
on Patreon.
Everything.
The real estate we've been looking at is on Patreon. What's been going on?
Patreon.
Everything is on Patreon. And you can join for the small price of just $5. That's all we want, cuz. Just sign up, support the game. And yeah, y'all be good.
Yeah. All right,
you
y'all.
miss YouTube?
I do. I'm excited.
Y'all need to be
I'm trying to get
shout out to
back.
Rhonda. Is that her name?
Rhonda. Shout out to Rhonda.
Rhonda, look, if you listening, if you watching,
girl, thank you for stopping and seeing us.
Let us know how we can get in contact with you.
Yes, we appreciate you.
Yeah, we
appreciate the support.
Yeah, we're gonna send you some Mr. and Mrs. Max
yes,
stuff.
we got some merch. We got some stuff for you.
Yeah, we got some stuff for you.
Oh, I'm so excited.
We met Rhonda today while I was shooting Vegans Be Great. But make sure y'all go subscribe to This Is Food. This Is Food 100 on YouTube.
Yes.
That's my new food channel. It's going to be all about food.
Now, we be eating vegan food all the time, too.
The #1 vegan show in the world is on that channel. Like, you ain't never seen a vegan show like this. It's the only one. You know what I'm saying? Go follow Steve and Claire. Make sure you subscribe to us. The world going crazy. Trump almost got shot at again.
Allegedly, no.
Gas prices going up. People losing jobs.
To AI.
And to just jobs not being able to make no money. Like Spirit Airlines just closed.
All right. Jesus.
Like what?
Spirit. We ain't never flew Spirit, but.
We ain't never flew Spirit.
But people fly it.
Spirit. I'm sorry, we from St. Louis. We saying Spirit.
Spirit Airlines.
You can't even say it.
Spirit.
That's messed up. Spirit. We ain't never flew Spirit. But if you had a flight, I don't know how they handling it. If I had a flight for like 2 months from now with Spirit,
I guess I gotta refund your money, of course. Run me my money.
Yeah, you can't put me on another flight.
Well, what other flight can you put me on? Southwest?
No. Yeah, stay safe.
I wonder who's gonna take her with Spirit.
I don't think it's a plane boneyard. I done showed you that before, right?
So what, the planes just sit there?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a whole a boneyard with just all planes there.
Oh.
That's where a lot of the millionaires get their planes to where they make them private jets.
Oh, okay.
It's brand new planes out there. Like they've never been flown.
I wonder why.
The company went upside down before they, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. We're able to get them out there.
Spent too much money on making planes. They ain't booked no flights. But yeah, subscribe, like the video. We'll be back. Yeah. Bye.
Bye, y'all.